Explore with Skyline. This is Zurich, Switzerland. Oh my goodness, just breathing the air here feels different. It's crisp, it's clean, and it's filled with the promise of adventure. And you know what else? The promise of some seriously good food. I can already smell chocolate in the air. I swear I can. This city is a beautiful puzzle of old and new, but with a super cool modern twist. So come on, let's go. You feel it in the gentle hum of the trams gliding by. You see it in the smiles of the people sitting at sidewalk cafes, and you hear it in the lapping of the water against the shores of its magnificent lake. So what have we got planned for 2025? Oh, only the top 10 absolute must-do, must-see, must-eat. So grab your walking shoes, bring your appetite, and open your heart. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's begin. Our first stop, and where else could we possibly begin, is the Altstadt, Zurich's Old Town. This isn't just a district, it's the very soul of the city, nestled on both banks of the Limit River. Oh, look at this. It's like we've stepped through a time portal into a storybook Europe. The air itself feels different here, thick with history and the promise of discovery. Forget the modern metropolis for a moment. We're about to walk through centuries. Every single one of these cobblestone streets has a story to tell. Listen to the sound they make under your feet, a rhythmic clip-clop that echoes through the ages. Can you imagine the centuries of footsteps that have polished these stones? We're talking Roman soldiers establishing a settlement, medieval merchants haggling over silks and spices, fiery Protestant reformers debating theology, and proud guild members marching in procession. And now it's our turn to add our own footsteps to this incredible timeline. Just look up. The buildings lean in towards each other as if sharing secrets. Their colorful facades are painted in shades of pastel and earth tones, a vibrant tapestry against the Swiss sky. Notice the intricate details, the charming oriel windows known as Erker that jut out from the upper floors, and the ornate wrought iron signs that announce the ancient guild houses. It's a labyrinth of charm. And the best thing to do? Just wander. Seriously, put the map away and let your curiosity be your guide. This is a place designed for getting delightfully lost. Every turn is an invitation, every alleyway a potential new adventure. As you meander, you'll stumble upon these tiny hidden courtyards, draped in ivy and offering a moment of perfect tranquility. And the fountains. Zurich has over 1,200 of them, and the water is pure, fresh, and drinkable. It's a centuries-old public service. So go on, fill your water bottle. You'll find bubbling fountains that look like they haven't changed in 500 years. The sound of your footsteps echoing in a narrow, shaded alleyway is the only thing you'll hear. And then suddenly, you emerge into a sun-drenched square bustling with life. The chatter of locals catching up over coffee, the clinking of glasses, the distant melody of a street musician. Of course, the Altstadt is also home to some of Zurich's most important landmarks. You have the Grossmünster, with its iconic twin towers that have become a symbol of the city. Legend says it was founded by Charlemagne himself. For a small fee, you can climb the Karlsturm Tower. It's 187 steps, but the panoramic view of the city and the lake is your breathtaking reward. Then there's the Fraumünster, famous for its breathtaking stained glass windows. The 5 windows designed by Marc Chagall in the 1970s bathed the chancel in ethereal blues, greens, and yellows, telling biblical stories with a modernist soul. And don't miss St. Peter's Church, which boasts the largest church clock face in all of Europe. Standing inside one of these magnificent structures, you can't help but feel a connection to the generations who have stood in the very same spot, seeking solace or inspiration. But exploring the Altstadt is more than just sightseeing. It's about the sensory details. It's running your hand along a stone wall that's been standing for 1,000 years and feeling the cool, rough texture under your fingertips. It's the smell of roasting chestnuts from a street vendor on a crisp autumn day, or the scent of old wood and incense that greets you when you step inside a quiet church. The Old Town is also a living, breathing neighborhood. Tucked between the historic sites are artisan workshops and independent boutiques. You can visit a watchmaker, pop into a small gallery, and talk to the artist who painted the canvases on the wall. These aren't just transactions, they are interactions, a chance to connect with the creative spirit of Zurich. And when you need a break, find a seat at a tucked-away cafe. Order a rich espresso and try a local specialty like the light, airy macarons called. A little coffee, a little pastry, a whole lot of atmosphere. The Altstadt transforms as the sun sets. The daytime crowds thin out, and a romantic, almost magical ambiance takes over. The old lanterns cast a warm golden glow on the cobblestones, and the sounds of the city soften to a gentle hum. This is why you should carve out a whole day or maybe even two just for this neighborhood. Experience its full cycle. So get lost, be spontaneous, and let the magic of the Altstadt completely win you over. It's a place that rewards the curious and enchants the unhurried. And our dance through Zurich is just getting started. Ready for what's next? Come on, there's more to see. All right. From the ancient cobblestones of the Old Town, we are now stepping onto the smooth, polished pavement of one of the most famous streets in the entire world. Welcome, my friends, to Bahnhofstrasse. It's a grand, tree-lined boulevard that stretches from the Hauptbahnhof all the way down to Lake Zurich. We're talking about the biggest names in fashion, jewelry, and of course, Swiss watches. There are several squares along Bahnhofstrasse, like the famous Paradeplatz. One of the best things to do here is to find a spot to just sit and absorb the atmosphere. What I love is that this street is also home to some of Zurich's biggest and best department stores, gourmet food halls in the basement. You can find the finest Swiss cheeses, incredible cured meats, breads, pastries, and an entire universe of chocolate. Don't forget to explore the little lanes that branch off from the main boulevard. Hidden gems await. These are moments of connection with the people who make this neighborhood so special. So let's take a walk, shall we? From top to bottom. The trees are strung with twinkling lights in the winter, making it magical year-round. It's a transition from the world of commerce to the world of nature, and our next stop is that very lake. As you get closer to the end of the street, you start to see the shimmering water. You can feel the breeze coming off the lake. Okay, let's talk about something truly special. Boarding feels like stepping into a moving postcard. You know me, I'm all about finding the best seat in the house, the one with the best view. In Zurich, that seat is on a boat in the middle of this magnificent lake. The water here, liquid crystal. So clear, so clean you can almost see the city's history reflected. Turn your head. Bam! Snow-capped mountains. Boarding feels like stepping into a moving postcard. Gentle rocking and a cool breeze. Nature saying, hey, relax. Or the flocks of swans so elegant and graceful, gliding alongside you like they're your personal honor guard. Every angle, a new perspective, the whole city, a feast for your eyes. It's a moving meditation on how gorgeous the world can be, or cozy inside. Giant picture window views. Perfect escape. I could do this all day. Can we do this all day? You've been refreshed, reset. You're ready to dive back into the city, but you're carrying a piece of that lakeside peace with you. A boat ride on Lake Zurich isn't just an activity to check off a list. It's an essential part of the Zurich experience. It's the city's gift to you, a moment of pure cinematic beauty that you'll carry with you long after you've stepped back on solid ground. All right, my friends, we've fed our souls with natural beauty, and now it's time to feed them with a different kind of beauty: art. Our first stop is a true temple of creativity, the Kunsthaus Zurich. Oh boy, does this place have a feast for you. The moment you step inside, the outside world just melts away. You're enveloped by the light, the space, the quiet hum of people lost in thought. The architecture itself, a stunning dialogue between the historic building and the sleek modern extension, prepares you for the journey through art history that awaits. You wander through serene galleries, and then you turn a corner and you're face to face with a Monet. A Monet. The water lilies shimmer with a light that feels alive. Then the raw, swirling energy of a Van Gogh, the bold reinventions of Picasso, the dreamlike figures of Chagall. These aren't just pictures on a wall, they're windows into the souls of giants, and seeing them this close is a privilege. But you can't talk about the Kunsthaus without talking about one of Switzerland's own titans, Alberto Giacometti. This place has the most significant collection of his work anywhere in the world. His sculptures, they're haunting. These elongated figures feel fragile and incredibly strong at the same time, capturing the essence of the human condition. Standing in a room surrounded by Giacometti's solitary figures is an intense, almost spiritual experience. You find yourself holding your breath, caught in their silent, powerful gaze. The museum itself is a work of art, especially the new extension by David Chipperfield. These beautiful, light-filled spaces let the art breathe. The collection is curated like a magnificent meal. Classic appetizers, the old masters, rich main courses, the impressionists, and for dessert, modernists and contemporary installations that surprise and challenge. You leave feeling full, not of food, but of ideas and wonder. Now we're going to a place that travels through time, the Swiss National Museum. From the outside, it looks like a fairy tale castle, a stark contrast to the modern lines of the Kunsthaus, but inside, it holds the very soul of the country. This isn't one of those dusty old museums. It's interactive. It's alive. It uses incredible scenography to pull you right into the story of Switzerland. 1 minute, medieval armor and reconstructed rooms. Next, you're marveling at intricate Celtic jewelry. Its history you can walk through and feel. The museum brilliantly merges its historic structure with a striking modern wing. Inside, you explore the DNA of Swiss design, furniture, typography, and of course, the mind-boggling precision of its world-famous watches. It's a deep dive into a cultural identity defined by innovation and craftsmanship. Between these two institutions, you get a profound sense of human creativity. From a sculpture that questions existence to a watch that celebrates precision, it's a celebration of the human hand. You see the world a little differently. That feeling sticks with you long after you leave. What a gift. A little tip. Consider the Zurich card if you're visiting multiple museums. Now time for a little break. Let's head up to Lindenhof Hill to recharge. Okay, so you've been walking, you've been shopping, you've been museuming, and now what do you need? You need a little break. A little moment to just breathe. It's this little oasis, this patch of green tranquility perched right above the hustle and bustle. Look at this. You come up here, and the whole world just opens up. You've got the Limit River flowing below, all sparkly and blue, and the rooftops of the old town stretching out like a beautiful, historic blanket. It's a place where locals come to play chess on these giant boards. It's a place for all seasons. Spring blossoms, summer festivals, autumn colors, winter Christmas markets. It's a constant source of beauty no matter when you visit. Bring a snack, maybe a piece of that chocolate we're going to talk about later. Find a spot on the wall, dangle your feet a little, and just absorb the view. You see students sketching, couples holding hands, families picnicking. It's a cross-section of Zurich life. Let the beauty of Zurich wash over you. It's a moment of pure, simple joy. Hello, nighttime! As the sun dips below the horizon, Zurich undergoes a stunning transformation. The city sheds its daytime skin and reveals a vibrant, electric personality. It's a wonderful contrast to the serene quiet we found on Lindenhof Hill. Down here, the energy is palpable. We're heading into Zurich West, a district that perfectly embodies the city's innovative spirit. What was once a gritty industrial zone of factories and shipyards is now the absolute epicenter of cool. Think converted warehouses like the arches of the viaduct now housing boutiques and bars. We're sipping a meticulously crafted cocktail in a space that might have been a former boiler room, surrounded by exposed brick and contemporary art. But the nightlife isn't just confined here. Over in the Niederdorf, you'll find cozy pubs tucked into medieval buildings. Or you can explore the Langstrasse quarter for more alternative, high-energy clubs. From sophisticated wine bars to live music venues where melodies spill onto the cobblestones, there's a vibe for every single mood. Of course, no trip to Zurich is complete without indulging in one of Switzerland's most famous exports. And what does that mean? It means chocolate. But let's be clear, we're not talking about just any chocolate. We're talking about the kind of exquisite, masterfully crafted confection that has made this country legendary. This is the good stuff. Walking down the Bahnhofstrasse, you can literally smell the rich aroma of cocoa in the air. It's the scent of tradition, of quality. We're talking about the creamy, dreamy, melt-in-your-mouth kind of chocolate that feels like pure luxury. We're visiting a legendary chocolatier like Sprungli, a Zurich institution since 1836. The display cases are like jewelry boxes filled with edible gems. You get a little box and the ritual begins, carefully selecting a few different pralines, truffles, or their famous airy macarons, the Luxemburgerli. It's about savoring the experience, one delicious, perfect bite at a time. And for dinner, we're diving into a quintessential Swiss experience. It's time for the main course, and it's more than just a meal. It's a cherished social event. We're talking about fondue, a warm, gooey communal pot of pure happiness. The concept is simple and brilliant. We are going to dip crusty bread into a bubbling cacalon of hot melted cheese, typically Gruyere and Vacherin swirled with white wine, garlic, and a hint of kirsch. And yes, it is going to be absolutely glorious. You gather with friends in a cozy, wood-paneled Stubli, everyone sharing from the same pot. There's even a fun tradition. If you drop your bread in the cheese, you might have to buy the next round of drinks. It's all about laughing, talking, and enjoying this incredibly simple yet profound pleasure together. A little tip. Locals often drink white wine or black tea with it to aid digestion. Zurich is a city for all seasons, each one painting the landscape in a different light. When summer arrives, the entire city moves outdoors. The lake and river become the main stage. This is the season of the Badi, the beloved open-air swimming baths that are part social club, part sun-drenched oasis. It's also a time for huge festivals, like the legendary Street Parade, one of the world's largest techno parties, and the Zurich Fest, a massive citywide festival held every 3 years. Then, autumn arrives, and the city is set ablaze with color. The trees explode into fiery reds, brilliant oranges, and golden yellows. It's like walking through a living impressionist painting. For the best views, take the train up the local mountain, Wetleberg. The panorama of the city, the lake, and the Alps, all framed by fall foliage, is breathtaking. It's also the season for hearty food and sweet treats like vermicelles, a delicious dessert made from chestnut puree. And then comes winter, which transforms Zurich into a fairy tale. The Christmas markets pop up across the city, each with its own unique charm. You'll find quaint wooden chalets selling handmade crafts, the air thick with the scent of cinnamon and cloves from steaming mugs of glühwein or mulled wine. Don't miss the singing Christmas tree, or the spectacular Swarovski crystal tree inside the main train station. It's pure, unadulterated magic, from the ancient cobblestones of the Altstadt to the modern buzz of Zurich West, from a refreshing summer swim in the Limit to the cozy warmth of a winter fondue. Zurich is a city of beautiful dualities, a place that truly has it all. We've only scratched the surface of what this incredible city has to offer. 2025 is just around the corner, and your own Zurich adventure is waiting for you. We hope we've inspired you to explore it for yourself. If you enjoyed this journey with us, please show some love with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you won't miss our next destination. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips.